Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the CEO of Global Innovation Strategies and the Success Strategist, bringing you today week 5 of our Spotlight on Success. We're going to continue the discussion that we've had in 2024 through key elements of business analysis, readiness, 10xing, and the power of your visionary goals. And then becoming great entrepreneurs, the top traits of the great. Today, we're discussing navigating uncertainty and how resiliency plays a key part in our business strategy. So we're going to take this on from a 4-pronged approach today: the problem space, analysis, alignment, and performance. We've talked in prior sessions in 2023 about the 3 keys to entrepreneurial success: vision, mindset, and excellence. And if we look at the 4 elements of navigating uncertainty, you'll see that there's a component of each of those. Uncertainty and resiliency ensures that we need to be committed to the way forward that we planned, and we need to have created alternative avenues of action in case we need to pivot quickly and succinctly. It also bolsters our discussions previously about the spotlight on strategy and how clarity, alignment, and performance can equal achievement through use of strategic tools, idea management, and road mapping, right? So if you look at these 4 elements: problem space, analysis, alignment, and performance, you see that they work in conjunction with the discussions that we've had previously. And even when we were running our Thrive challenges in 2023, we had the exact same focus areas, but broken out a little bit differently. So if we think about this, we can see how it's going to be additive to building a strong foundation. It's going to be additive to mapping a clear way forward. It's going to be additive to adding value on a continuous basis. It's going to be additive to innovating continuously. It's going to enable us to have greater brand stickiness, potentially, to optimize our outcomes, and to really focus on the long term. So these elements, if you wish, are root modules of how we approach our business for greater sustainability, scaling, and high performance, is what we're really trying to impart through this session today, that they are additive, that they will grow your ability to successfully navigate through each of these areas, and ultimately through your own uncertainties will be bolstered through looking at the problem space through different lens. So let's take on element 1, the problem space. We had the problem space in very early cycles with you when you needed to decide what you were going to do going forward. So without defining the problem space and doing some analysis, you couldn't have selected to start a business, create greater products and or services, to lead different teams or initiatives or organizations. And so part of the problem space, and perhaps the most important part, is dissecting it to the point where you have clarity around the scope, breadth, and depth of the challenges that you're actually facing. Looking at it from the alternative, when we tip that challenge or issue upside down, what opens up for us is the opportunity associated with that. It's the opportunity to grow. It's the opportunity to learn. It's the opportunity to partner. It's the opportunity to innovate. It's the opportunity to leverage, to research and leverage things that we did not have a knowledge of prior to inviting that challenge or issue or problem in, so that we could then grow through it and from it. So I invite you to perhaps rethink how you're looking at the problem or looking at the challenge and looking at the issue. And instead of being tired or worn down, be excited and really use it as a catalyst for your organizations and your teams to grow through, to grow better, to springboard from. Because every problem and challenge and issue we can solve successfully, we can reach a new plateau of success to enable our organizations to go further, faster, our teams to coalesce, to collaborate, to create more cohesive ways of doing business, and to turn that into customer excellence, customer experience, customer satisfaction, so that you are constantly scaling not only your vision and your mindset, but your excellence capabilities. So the problem space is how, not only how we approach it from a critical thinking standpoint, it's our mindset that we use to engage all of our capabilities with regard to understanding it and responding to it. So we want to become excellent at defining our problem space from the symptoms of challenges, issues, and problems, so that we can then craft a solution space that is going to help move our organizations exponentially forward. How do we get there? Between initiation of a problem, challenge, or issue into leapfrogging forward for greater success? Well, we need a couple intermediary steps, one being analysis and one being alignment. And they go hand in hand. When we talked about that approach, the 3 keys to entrepreneurial excellence, you'll notice one is vision, one is mindset, right? So again, analysis and alignment, especially key in the vision, because we're going to be dissecting our mission. We're going to be dissecting our vision. We're going to be dissecting the goals and objectives, and we're going to be dissecting the targets that we're using, that we're aiming for, that define what success is according to our team and or the marketplace. So in the analysis aspect, not only do we need to look at the problem space through fresh eyes, right? We don't necessarily want to say we've been here before, because if you've been there before, that means the corrective action, the innovation, the continuous improvement, either A, wasn't put into place, or B, wasn't executed to the level it could have if you've arrived at the same problem, challenge, and issue space that you were at before. So what we focus on is moving you forward. We're not saying problems, challenges, and issues going away. We're just saying it's going to evolve into the next level of your maturing organizational capability to take on the next challenge that arises on your success journey. So again, a mindset, it's a success journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Harness our entire set of capabilities and personnel and workforce, including looking externally. And that's what analysis enables us to do. It gets us outside of our internal silo. This is how we've always approached it. This is always how we've always done it, and begin to allow in parallel thinking, innovations from other industries, best practices and case studies from other organizations or leaders or approaches, right? So that problem, challenge, or issue is the catalyst for not only our organizational growth, but our leadership growth and our workforce growth, our relationship with our partners and our relationships with our customers. If we handle that with that mindset in mind and with the vision of successfully maneuvering through that to the good of all. Also, in our analysis, we need to be thinking about not only, like I said, the internal and external factors, but we need to be thinking about the maturing interval or rate of our own organization. So we really have the opportunity to layer on top of our problem space analysis, alignment into performance, how we are operating as an organization. And we can choose this moment in time for whatever issue has arisen so that you can mature your organization. But we have to have the vision and we have to have the mindset to look at it in that manner, right? How are we dealing with our problems, issues, and challenges? Are we getting better at understanding them? Are we getting better at resolving them? Are we getting better at scaling post experience of that? And so that's a maturing capability, right? Our readiness, our resiliency levels, our capability levels. We want to be measuring all of those so that we can understand what bolstering support we need to put in place to help us move again to higher performance. As part of this analysis, we need to look at the alignment component, because of the alignment component is key. In your 1 year, 3 year, 5 year strategy, not only do we have the strategic goals and objectives, our initiatives and our targets, we also need to understand mission, how we've operationalized that, and what the potential impact is, right? So the analysis and alignment are intertwined in our decision-making framework that we need to create, field, harness, and mature over time. So if you look up critical decisioning, if you look up strategic frameworks, if you look up mission and strategic alignment, there are lots of templates, frameworks, methodologies that you can use. Boldridge Performance Excellence is one of them. If you want to go to, there are organizational excellence frameworks, operational excellence frameworks, but it begins with you all deciding as a leadership team, as an organization, as a solopreneur, as someone who's not yet launched a business, but wants to look at creating something that's sustainable and high performing, right? We need to be incorporating this not only into our lexicon, but in our daily actions and in our very DNA of how we approach things. So problem space, analysis, alignment, and now into performance. And this is key as we're laying out that maturity framework on top of our business organization, because we will have a maturity model that we're attempting to progress as we move through each phase of our organization's maturation in different areas, and our capabilities to solve problems in a manner so that not only do they not reoccur, but we have greater learning and leverage will allow us to leapfrog forward. So I'm not saying we could go from maturity level 1 to maturity level 5 through one instance of solving problems, challenges, and issues. But what we should have is a framework and a plan to help us mature in a very solid, methodical, well thought out way from 1 to 5, and define what that looks like for your organization. We have capability maturity models. We have readiness maturity models, we have transformation maturity models. So it depends on where you're focusing. And are you looking at it from an enterprise standpoint? Are you looking at it from a process standpoint, an intertwined thing? Are you looking at it from a performance, organizational, or excellence, right? And then you pick the model or you aggregate the models together to best meet where your organization is at currently and where you're headed in the future. Your strategy is the key to understanding what that might look like. The 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, how you've operationalized that this year, the extent to which you're continuously or not encountering problems, challenges, and issues, and then how you're going about conducting analysis, creating greater alignment, and then moving to higher rates of performance over time. So again, I hope this session on navigating uncertainty not only helps us connect the dots from our earlier sessions, it helps bolster your understanding of the 3 keys to entrepreneurial success and allows you perhaps opportunities to 10x your way to more powerful goal setting future. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the CEO of Global Innovation Strategies, the success strategist, signing off to today. And we will bring you week 6 as we look forward into your ever expanding mission and operations, no matter what industry and what field that may be in next week.